for 4 gold medals. Could he do it right now? He's got it! Oh, lucky Lasso!
This is it, 4P, Grand Slam.
I'd like to see, it'd be nice to see some like big cheaters.
Welcome back to X Games Austin. It is all happening downtown. We have 12,000 people packed between the ramp and the Texas State Capitol. Look at the crowd as it's pouring in right now. Straight away, we're going to get to the man who had 4P last year. He's with Alyssa.
All right, like you said, going for your 5th win in a row, but in practice, your elbow was bothering me. If you guys can see his t-shirt, it says, "I'm hurt, not old." How is the elbow feeling, first of all? Maybe a little old. How's the elbow feeling?
It feels good, but the thing is, I just got the stitches out a few days ago. Thankfully, I have good doctors at home like Skyhar and Sabi who helped me rehab it back. Instead of practicing on my skateboard, I was spending a lot of time rehabbing my elbow. It's tough, you know, it's really tough. I went to Barbados for a little while for a rallycross and came home expecting to have a little over 2 weeks to practice. Got hurt like 3rd run, slammed, busted my elbow open, and now yesterday was the first day I skated, and I only had an hour of practice because I was at rally. Didn't make it here in time, missed out on some practice, got an hour in today, so I'm tired.
Yeah, it's been a long day for you, but it's not over yet. You guys, let's get to the skating. Good luck.
Bucky getting the full X Games experience, injury, rehab, practice, 2 different events. I mean, it's non-stop. But he still pulls through. Somehow he maintains his focus on whatever event he's doing. And I mean, what a struggle to come through that injury to be here in the finals. There's the 6 finalists: Mitchy Brusco, Bucky Lasek, Sandra Diaz, Andy McDonald, the newcomer, Jimmy Wilkins, and PLG strong in that #1 position. Look at this atmosphere we have here at Texas State Capitol. It is shining bright and beautiful in the background as we roll in for Mitchy Brusco's first run in Skateboard Vert in Austin, Texas. Mitchy's looking pretty solid here. A couple 540s, kick flips. Looks like he's just trying to stay on this run, though. He's got a couple setups here. You know, 30 seconds. Whoa! Kickflip melon getting crazy over there. 17 years old. He's grown a lot in the last 6 months, Tony. Wow. He can snap a 720 with no speed. That's incredible. Unbelievable. He looks so solid in that. That was. And you could tell that was kind of his, his safety run. He didn't, every wall didn't have a trick, but they were still, good enough to be up in the top. But this 720, I mean, that's not a big air. That is a low 720. To jump around, spot it, and stand up is just as difficult as doing a high, as far as I'm concerned. Because you got to spin that so fast, don't you? No time to see your landing either. Mitchy Brusco, 82.33. He is in an unbelievable position right now. John Rigas and Sports Science is going to tell us more about Bucky Lasek and his injury at the moment. Over to you guys.
Hey, last year at X Games Los Angeles, we studied one of Bucky's signature tricks, the front side cab heel flip. Now that he has a bum arm, here's what's going to take for him to pull that off here at X Games Austin. In order to pull off this trick, by the time Bucky rotates 180 degrees, he has to spin the board 360 degrees, grab it with that injured right arm, and place it back under his feet, all in only 0.6 of a second. To spot the landing, Lasek has just 0.13 of a second, about the same amount of time it takes to snap your fingers. Now he also has another built-in disadvantage, which, as his shirt says, is his age. He's 41 years old. Problem is, your reaction time peaks when you're just 24. And when you reach the age of 40, your reaction time can slow by as much as 1/10 of a second. Can make a huge difference to pull off any trick here at X Games Austin.
Thanks very much, John. Doing the sports science. In 5th position, this is the guy that they were just talking about, Bucky Lasek, the only athlete in X Games history to win 4 in a row in skateboard vert specifically. Look at the crowd. It is packed in here. I'm hot, not old, maybe a little old too.
That's a new company that Bucky rides for. That's not a statement. That's actually the name of a brand he's starting.
Is it? Ooh, huge McSweeney's.
Oh, wow. Frontside, blindside. Oh, that is a signature Bucky move right there. He's not holding back, though. That shows that Bucky is not going to play it safe. If he's trying frontside blind slides out of his 540s, he's going for it every run. That trick is really hard to come out of consistently every time, but Bucky usually manages to.
Just him to get stuck on that front right there. 6 athletes in this final. Unlike round number 1, there was only 2 runs. There is 3 runs for these 6 athletes. So they have 3 runs to put everything into it. Bucky's got 2 more to go. Score of a 21.33. And we are going into Sandra Diaz, the pitbull from Brazil.
Sandra just crosses the ramp with one air every time. He's flipping his board a lot this run. This is a much more technical run than he did when he was qualifying. Oh, the Vert 540. Oh, and he's flipping on. Oh, he's still in. This is going to score way higher this qualifying run. Look at that, 540. That's his setup here.
What a run by Sandra Diaz!
That's his best run in a long time.
Wow! What do you think? He just knew he had to put it together and set the game
They
up.
only have 3 runs. They don't want to risk doing something safe.
Let's check it out where he rode out so sketchy and still kept on going.
Right here, the Vert 540 is hard to see how he switches his board around because it doesn't spin that fast. Hits his track.
Hits like the Kobe.
Oh man.
The thing about Sandra is too, he can pick up speed so easily.
And this is one of my favorite tricks right there. The Nar jar, 540 body jar to tail. You can barely see where you're going to hit it. And just, he smacks it in faith.
Straight into the number 1 position, Sandra Diaz. And here the Brazilians already just screaming. What a magnificent first run by Sandra. Up next we have the man rolling in is Andy McDonald. 22 X Games appearances.
And he's looking like he's having trouble with the pump here. He keeps kind of missing it. Oh, there's we call it the lottery flip. I call it lottery flip because it seems like a lottery he's going to make it. still keeping his speed up somehow. Looking good, though. Oh, that lead rodeo.
He seems much more confident than round number 1, Tony.
And you could tell he was struggling with the pump, he was struggling with the landings, but he knows how to fix it. And that whole run, he was just sort of catching up to himself, but still fixing it. He made it work.
He definitely made it work. Another guy that's make it work this weekend, and he ran round number 1 specifically. Jimmy Wilkins, he's only had 1 other X Games appearance. This is his 2nd. He is the only skateboarder, I repeat, he's the only skateboarder in the final with no X Games medals. Every single other athlete out there has had X Games medals before, and he's in 2nd position right now.
Andy moves up to 2nd with that run. He's pretty stoked. He has a hard time impressing judges these days, and I'm sure he's very pleased with that run. Coming in, Jimmy Wilkins is one of the skaters' favorite skater. He's got really good technical tricks, big kick flips, super tweaked airs, but he just got such a fluid style.
He one of the best frontside.
Wow. Kick flip lean. I mean, there's only a handful of guys that can even do that. He's doing it just as high. And then frontside ollie.
Just coming off alley-oop. 540 tail grab. Now that was pretty much exactly the same line he had in round one, and that's what pushed him straight into number one position. Then PLG pushed him back into two.
Yeah, that tail grab 540. If you don't snap it really hard, there's a good chance you're gonna hang up on the coping. And I think that he realized that early on that it was gonna hang, and better not get knocked out on your first run.
I'd rather not risk that one.
Yeah.
There he is, the underdog walking up the stairs right now. Jimmy, hopefully he can put it together. And PLG coming out of the blocks, firing. Rolling in, straight into a huge 540.
That's the setup these days. The 540 is like your setup air for speed. That's how far we've come with vert skating.
What were you setting up with?
That's it, air. Rolling, yeah, from that rolling. Oh, look at this.
This is a great run so far.
Switch, frontside heel flip, and then the switch heel flip 360. This is stepping it up right here. Oh, and he missed the 270. 270, the switch feeble is the PLG signature move on vert. No one's doing that.
Wow. That is going to be a tough run to beat.
That was by far the best run up to that point.
Let's check out that switch frontside heel.
I think the judges will mark him well, but it was right at the clock. This move was so cool, though.
How critical is it to stay on Tony through the whole run?
You know, it just gives it a little cherry on top.
Yeah.
Especially if it's right at the time. You know, they say it doesn't really matter, but it matters. These judges they're watching that right when that buzzer stops. Was he on or was he off?
Right. You can see the frustration in his eyes, PLG. That's right. That is the first round of the finals here for Skateboard Vert. And we will go back to the top. And there goes PLG. As the crowd still is pumping in for Skateboard Vert. There is 12,000 people packed in here. The Texas State Capitol. Stick around, we've got more Skateboard Vert soon.
Are you an X Games pro? Get in on the action with Joust. It's fantasy sports, X Games style. Lock in your predictions now on xgames.com/Joust. Joust, where will you stand?
Everyone's been playing on Joust since Aspen. It's been quite unbelievable. Everyone's been getting involved, so make sure you get on and check out Fantasy Action Sports. Right now, let's check out the 2013 X Games dominance in skateboard. Pedro Barros, Bucky Lasek, Nigel Houston, Bob Burnquist. These are the guys here that have just been absolutely dominating skateboarding. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting year this year. PLG's looking like he's on top at the moment, but you can never count out that guy right there, Bucky Lasek. 4 straight gold medals last year. No one has ever done that in skateboard vert. And he's got 2 runs left. Welcome back to Skateboard Vert. I'm Corbin Harris here with legend skateboarder Tony Hawk. Look at the crowd that we've got coming in here, Tony.
I think it's a protest. You sure? This is not Occupy Austin?
It's not a protest.
Oh,
they
okay.
are here because it's a 3-day festival of X Games. And they might even be here just for this guy, Mitchy Brusco, in for his second run.
This is looking about the same as his last run so far, but we'll see what happens near the end.
He's in podium contention at the moment, sitting in 3rd spot.
Oh, this is a new trick.
Whoa! Kick flip! Oh, into a 720
Kick to that lean 360.
That combo there, coming out so slow into a 720. I mean, tell us how hard that is.
I mean, the kick flip lean 360, that's a best trick move right there.
Yeah.
In fact, I haven't seen him do it. I saw a video of him doing it once. And here he is next to him. Look at that. And just throwing it on his feet at the last second. Couldn't quite get his feet adjusted for the 720.
Hitting the next wall. I mean,
That's a tall order. It's just 7 out of one of the hardest tricks ever done.
he's got to spin that 70, and we've seen him do it before. He spins it so fast without getting too much air in the water. All smiles on his face. Unbelievable.
That would have put him in the top 3 for sure.
Bucky Lassak going for his second run. He fell on his first with a frontside blindside. He's got that look on his face. Saying he's going to want this. Rolling in switch. Bucky Lassak, 4 straight gold medals last year in 2013.
Flapping that heel flip.
This is a shot. He has left it now to the last run. Unbelievable.
But then again, he's no stranger to the pressure. I mean, but the falls, like the heel flip, you know, that's a Bucky Lassak go-to. That's a safety trick for him. I think that arm is really bothering him.
Do you think it's the pressure of racing cars here at X Games as well?
But he had that elbow injury. You know, you got to grab that trick. You got to hold on to it. And it's got to be steady. And he didn't catch it that good. And, you know, it's a lot of strength there with your wrist and with your elbow. I'm sure that's affecting him, but who knows?
But we've seen it before. We've seen him get down to the wire and just bring it home.
Absolutely.
You know, that's what's exciting about these contests. X Games brings out the best in people, and I've seen him before just come home really, really strong.
Last gold medal in Vert 2006.
Alyssa, what is Bucky saying down there on the front bottom?
Yeah, Buck, you said before finals you weren't sure if you were feeling it today. What happened there?
Just heel flip Bendy got away from me. It kind of went between my legs a little bit. Right now, I'm not willing to take a slam. It was too last minute to get it to my feet. I probably could have sketched out of it. We'll save it for the last run, I guess.
Well, you have another event this weekend. You've still got Rallycross in a couple of days. Where does Rallycross fit in your life right now?
Right now, it's a priority on the calendar because it's just what my focus is on. Because skating, I've been doing it for so long, I can wing it, but I need a little more practice to wing it. But my boys from Vermont Sports Car are right over there cheering me on, so I'm going to try to make the magic happen on this last one.
All right, thanks, Bucky. Back up to you guys.
Thanks very much, Alyssa. He's got a big job on his hands, but he is capable for sure. On Saturday, Team USA faces Nigeria in Jacksonville as part of their send-off series for the final preparations for the FIFA World Cup in Brazil. US men's soccer Saturday at 5:30 on ESPN. As the crowd, you can see, is just loving it right here. Sandra Diaz, in the number 1 spot at the moment. Can he hold on to it, Tony?
So far, so good. Oh, no. Kick for Bendy, that's, it's rare to see his board go too far away for him to grab it and pull it back. No. See, he does it with his feet even.
Still all smile.
X Games Austin, Skateboard Vert. Number 1 position with an 85.66 is Sandra Diaz out of Brazil. Number 2, Andy McDonald with an 83.66. And in third position Richie Brusco with an 82.33. Still PLG with his second run to come. Unfortunately, he fell off on his first
At the last trick, the very last trick.
and you could see it in his eyes. He knows
In between these runs, he's been practicing only that trick.
Andy Mack
And he's got his pump back here. Going for the kickflip melon 540. That one is very difficult and very inconsistent, but he makes a lot of them.
I like the fact that he was stepping through that right there in that run, just trying to up it.
Let's check out the behind the scenes with PLG from Monster.
I definitely don't want to think about last year.
Everybody is chasing Bobby Lashley right now, especially PLG. They're having a hard time here putting together a whole run.
You know, keep that in the back of my mind because that's negative. I just want to like move forward and you know, start fresh. Right here, this is our private training facility. You know, got this ramp super down. Been skating here like a whole bunch. There's definitely like an art to like planning a run and making every trick connect perfectly. And this ramp's actually pretty cool because it's like not so plain and simple. Just want to go out there, pull a run, like you know, land the run I'm planning on doing. And usually, if I can do that, I get good results.
Well, you heard the man himself. He pretty much wanted to forget last year, Tony. He had a rough start in Foz do Iguaçu and Barcelona, but ended up coming back and getting 2 silvers in the end. Right now, we are going into Jimmy Wilkins' second run. For those of you who have just joined us, we have 6 athletes in the final here with 3 runs each. This is Jimmy's second run.
I'd love to see Jimmy make a whole run here because he could definitely place in the top 3. And he's got so much style and it's so exciting to watch. Oh, look at that. Good flip. There's that tail round 5. A little alley-oop. Didn't want to. Oh, only 540. Are you serious, Scoots? Hello, welcome to the medal stand, Jimmy. There you go. That's an ollie with a twist. Ollie 540, no grab. Tony, you just have that in there. That was awesome. Yeah, it takes me a lot of tries to make the list.
Oh, Jimmy coming out. That was awesome. I mean, this is it. Slot alley-oop, tail grab 540 there.
Yeah, just barely. Keep it safe.
Changed his trick into that.
Right there. You have to set up your feet so perfectly for that trick. I'm surprised that he would do it right out of that one. But look at that. His feet solid, little adjustment, and then scoops it with his back toe. Clean landing.
That is so hot. Jimmy Wilkins waiting in the second place, straight into second place. Medal contention right now. He is going to be stoked for his second X Games appearance.
He actually tied for first on that one, but they go to the second score, and Sandro's second score is better than his second score.
Well, there is a few changes as we see it right now in Skateboard Vert Final. As we see on the screen right now, PLG wanting to make a final run.
But, no. Yeah, I'm missing the kick from Melvin. He's got to save it for the last run now.
There seems to be a lot of guys falling off here. Do you think it's the heat maybe here in Austin?
So many factors here.
I mean, you were out there before skating. It is
Sure.
hot.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's cooled down quite a bit for this nighttime session. I don't think that's what's affecting him. I think it's just the pressure here. And, but these guys, you know, especially with Pierre-Luc and with Bucky, they're used to bringing it on the last run when there's no other choice. I mean, they're in the last 2 positions right now.
Well, there are the Skateboard Vert Finals. Final right now. Stick around. We have another run coming up very soon.
X Games Austin is brought to you by America's Navy, a global force for good.
X Games Austin, it's Corbin Harris and Tony Hall here winning your Skateboard Vert Final. And that's a lot of action going on right now. It was really exciting. Two guys who were the contenders of first and second are in fifth and sixth. They haven't made either of their runs, either their two runs so far. Bucky Lassick missing a signature heel flip there, having trouble with his elbow and his grip. And he said, I don't want to risk a slam. That was questionable. He might have made that if he threw it down, but he's got other events to compete in. And Pierre-Luc Gagnon's just having trouble with the flip there.
I mean, these are two guys who pretty much always take out gold and silver, vice versa. I mean, it could be big changes here if they don't pull it together, but, you know, as we've seen in Munich last year, it was Bucky who came through on his third and final run.
And Pierre-Luc's been done the same thing, so this is it. This is the third and final round coming up.
Sandro is in the number one position right now. The last time he won was in 2006. Right now we're going in for the third and final run. This is Mitchy Brusco. Twist.
He's trying to set up for those last two tricks. You can tell all of this is just trying to get to the end, trying to get into that middle. Because these setups on the other wall are not doing many favors, but if he makes this two-trick combo right here, coming up, kickflip, lead, 360, wow, it's going, and it's a century! Oh, wow! On the buzzer! Wow! There was a lot of setup tricks in there, but that made up for it right there. That two-trick combo is so much more difficult than most of the stuff we've seen.
Unbelievable. He is pumped with that. High fives and hugs in the Brusco camp.
This trick is so hard because you have to flip it from the underneath rail right there, and then go through 60, and then into a 720. I mean, he landed with speed. Like, that was a solid combo right there. No struggle.
This is a great answer. Wow. So solid on that, Mitchy Brusco.
Look at that. You can see him adjust to go straight up exactly up the wall right at the last second.
Is there like 4 foot out there?
Yeah,
Spinning at
but, that was
720.
higher than this other one when he made this first one.
Look at Jen. That's a boy. He's got it. Mum and Dad loving it there. Great little combo.
84 puts him in third place.
He's happy with that.
Do you think that maybe quicker than a while? What do you reckon? That's those setup errors are what hurt him the most. You know, you've only got 30 seconds. That's really about 10 walls, 11 walls, and if you're doing 3 setups in there, it's almost a 30-year run.
Especially when you look at PLG or Bucky, and those guys, there's no walls.
There's not one backside air in their runs.
Well, this is it, people. You are going to witness history right now. This is Bucky Lassick's last chance to keep the gold streak going. He's had 4 so far. Can he make it 5 here for the 20th year of X Games and the first year at X Games Austin? This is Bucky Lassick rolling in switch.
There's the heel flip. Oh no! Off again. I mean, that one is a textbook heel flip for him. That one looked like he would have made it. He might have landed a little low, but he just doesn't want to risk that fall. He doesn't. He's looking to the future, you know. I wonder if they count that for 60 flip on the front. Just like, give him 4 points for that. Something. Come on, guys. He was still on the ramp.
Well, I'm or a little older, whatever it is. All 3 runs, he's fallen off this. This is unbelievable. This is a go-to trick for Bucky Lassick. And history today in X Games is going to be changed, and this winning streak of gold is completely over. Who is it going to go to? PLG is still yet to hold down a full run, and if he does, he's going to be very hard to beat. But in that number 1 position right now is Sandro Diaz, the Brazilian. Jimmy Wilkins in number 2, and Mitchy Brusco just bumped Andy Mack out of 3rd into 3rd position. Okay, the Pitbull out of Brazil.
One of my favorites.
Position for a gold medal. Drop it in
There
there.
he goes, rolling in right now, trying to improve that 85.66, which is actually tied with Jimmy Wilkins.
Tony, what could he do to improve that run? Because you said it was one of the best runs you've seen him do in years.
I think he's on his way right here. Look at that height and all of these flip tricks. Alley-oop 540. I mean, there's the varial 5. Another squat. And right here, 360 barrel. I mean, this is looking good. He wants that body jar, that nar jar. Oh! 900! No! What a run! He's got it! On the leg. A 900 on your last trip. That makes it twice as hard as far as I'm concerned.
That is a trick, Tony, that you need speed for, don't you?
And energy and the timing and Sandra doesn't care. He just says, "Yep, I'm gonna spin it right here."
Shoot.
100 sliding out.
I mean, it was almost a make there. Like, and we can't discount this. Alley-oop 540 is that high. It was a beautiful run.
This is the Burial 540.
He's got the squat on lock on that.
It's going to be interesting to see his score here.
Straight into 360. Yeah, complete there. Oh, yeah. Right on the edge of the ground.
X Games Austin.
82-3-3. Still in first place, but did better at score. And that's fair. I mean, he slid out in 9.
One of a few exciting runs. The governor of Texas, Rick Perry.
He's here also. We're right by his office.
Oh, so he just popped
nice
next to
to
yeah.
Maybe he's going to drop in and take a couple of runs.
Well, we're excited to be here. The 20th year of X Games and the first of many years in Austin, Texas. What a city. Look at the crowd that has pulled in here. Texas State Capitol building shining bright in the background as the Vert Skateboard Final is down to the wire right now as Andy Mack steps up to the plate and rolls in. Can he break into medal contention again, Tony? He's going to be able to.
He wanted the hard trick right at the beginning right there. The kickflip melon 540.
There's Andy Mack saying thank you very much to the crowd.
Also had a solid run.
More X Games tomorrow night. Don't miss the men's motocross best whip final, motocross step-up final, and skateboard big air final. Right here at X Games Austin, 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN.
So as of right now, Jimmy Wilkins is guaranteed a medal. The only person that can bounce him down is Pierre Luc, but that'll still put him in third place.
This is his second X Games appearance. Guess what he got last time? 14.
14.
Yeah, he's...
How many entrants? 14?
Threw me on one smaller. What are you doing? No, it definitely wasn't. We had a couple more than that.
No, but he's one of the favorites. I mean, all the skaters love his style. They appreciate the difficulty of the stuff he does.
He's a skater, and as he rolls in, this is Jimmy Wilkins' third and final run. He's got a medal. Can he medal this?
Look at that. Wow, that kickflip melon is incredible. It's like he's...
What do you think he can try to better his last run, Tony?
Well, he's got the height. And then look at that frontside alley.
Smooth as so.
Oh, and then into a taildown 540 alley-oop. Alley 540. Are you serious? Wow. I think that was better than his last run. That could knock Sandro down.
It could knock Sandro.
Yes.
Wow, this is going to be interesting to see here. I can't wait for the judges' score. You said Tony Hawk. This could quite possibly bump the Brazilian Sandro Diaz out of that first place.
And here's the alley-oop towel grab. Such a great leg of trick, such a difficult one to get consistent. And then into the Ollie 540. And his feet barely move. And just a selfish disaster for good measure. He's a surprise.
He's the skater's
Such a great run.
As it comes in, we are waiting on the score.
Jimmy Wilkins, he's 77, the new leader for his second X Games appearance ever, and one of the younger competitors. Look at the smile on the dial. Tony, he must be stoked right now. That was awesome. What a great showing. Yeah, he's been working too. He's been practicing a lot. He comes from Iran. He's in the early session, which is like the serious session. And he's been practicing those tricks and paid off.
So Tony Hawk, right now it is Wilkins or PLG for the gold medal. Wilkins is in gold medal position right now, but PLG, last run, we've seen him do it before, you've said it, he's fallen off in both his runs. It's down to the wire. X Games Austin. This is PLG rolling in. Can he take that #1 position? There he goes. Huge 540.
Look at that precision. The Tony lifts, the pressure on him right now. What's he going through? I think he's just trying to tell himself, I make this all the time. It's just like all the other ones. Let's make that switch heel for catching it on the underside, and then into the switch heel up through 60. He's doing pretty good so far.
He's trying to hold it down. No!
He missed the 270 again.
Jimmy Wilkins, he's going to take that. Oh my Lord. Jimmy Wilkins is the youngest gold medalist in history, knocking off Sean White. This is a moment in X Games history right here for X Games Austin.
Youngest gold medalist, Jimmy Wilkins. So fun to watch him come here. And there's Pierre, he wanted that 270, he didn't even get into the truck there, and just something went awry as he went up the wall.
Now this is a bit of a changing of the guard, isn't it, Tony? Wilkins in number position.
And it also shows that there's a new generation of vert skaters, you know, Jimmy Wilkins he's leading the charge now.
Look at the smile on his face. Unbelievable. The youngest gold medalist in vert skateboarding history. He knocked off Sean White. Alyssa, you are with the youngest gold medalist in vert history right now, Jimmy Wilkins.
Yeah, joining a very elite group. Only 6 other riders have ever won this event. Jimmy, you're number 7. What has this experience been like for you?
That was really fun. This is great.
Man, a few words. Let's the skating do the talking. I'll say right before you dropped in, Tom Scharf looked at you and said, "Are you going to win this?" So we should have him calling all of our events. You know what? You were out here riding, smiling from ear to ear, wall to wall. How much fun were you having today?
Oh yeah, it was really fun. Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah.
You know, you're having fun. Coming into this event, Jimmy, did you think there was any chance that you could pull this off? What did you think your chances were of winning tonight?
None.
No chance. What were you thinking before you dropped down? You saw PLG's last run, you're watching him. What were you thinking standing up there?
I just wanted him to make a run.
Well, again, man of a few words, but he'll get better at this as you win more of them. Congratulations, Jimmy.
Thanks.
Alyssa, yeah, a man with few words, but when you're doing Ollie 540s with no hands, I'm sure you can do whatever you want.
That does all the talking.
Two of the guys on the podium. It's a changing of the guard. We've got Mitchie Brusco in bronze, gold medalist, Jimmy Wilkins. They're the two of the new generation. Also, Sandra Diaz slipping in there for a silver. He has got to be stoked with that, Tony.
Oh, absolutely. Sanders been coming up for so long, too, and then throw 900 at the end. A little was almost a make, but it put him in second place, and Mitchie Brusco still holding strong in the vert.
Unbelievable. Skateboard Vert. There it is, Jimmy Wilkins coming out of the USA second, and then, wow, Michi in third. Join us tomorrow at 8 Eastern. Continue for X Games coverage in Austin. We'll go to xgames.com for all things X Games. Thanks for joining us. See you at Play More Action soon. Up next on ESPN is Sports Center.
Austin, Texas, the new home of the X Games, did not disappoint on opening night. An insane crowd of over 12,000 deep packed out in front of the state capitol to watch the BMX and Skateboard Vert Finals. What's going on? Brandon Graham alongside Louis Vito. And Louis, I guess half of what we expected happened tonight. We begin in BMX Vert where Jamie Bestwick, simply put, took care of business.
Jamie Bestwick definitely put on a show for all the fans that came out today with a 92.66 on his very first run. And I think what really sealed it was that front flip flare right there at the end of his run.
Yeah, there was no catching him after run number one, and even his victory lap on run number two would have been a top score. And check out the podium. Jamie Bestwick, Simon Tabron, Dennis McCoy, the 40-plus podium, all 40 or above. And then following that up with Skateboard Vert, we all expected Bucky Lassick to get that fifth straight goal.
You know, just unfortunate, Bucky could not put down a good run and falling on the heel flip in his third run, but we had a new champion tonight.
Jimmy Wilkins, in only his second X Games appearance, skates away with gold, one of the cleanest frontside ollies you will ever see. Sandro Diaz with the silver and the bronze medal going to Michi Brusco. But you know what I love, Lou? We're just getting started. That is night number one, the appetizer. We've still got 3 amazing days ahead of us. A look at the schedule ahead for the rest of X Games beginning on Friday, starting at 8 Eastern on ESPN. We've got Moto X Best Whip, Moto X Step Up, and America's Navy Skateboard Big Air.
X Games Update is brought to you by Ford. Beautiful things happen when you go further.
Tonight, Moto X Step Up Flying High, Soaring, Skateboard Big Air. Featuring insane skills, Tom Burnquist, fluid style, Elliott Sloan. Hosted by Louis Vito and Brandon Graham. Themed by Plus 5. Featuring Gary Clark Jr.